All right, welcome back, guys, to the Football Tea. It's your boy Football Matter, and I'm here with We Talk Football. It's game week 10 in the Premier League. The other day, it just feel like game week 1, and now we are already game week 10. And if you look at the Premier League table, it's already shaping up. And this week, we are, treated with another super Saturday fixture. But before we dive into the in-depth analysis and the insights in the game, if you're here to follow us, or if you're just joining for the first time, please do well to subscribe and keep your notifications on for great analysis every weekend. So back to the previews of the matches that we have on Saturday. First of all, we have the early kickoff, which is not so early. It starts at 3 o'clock. We have the Nottingham Forest versus Manchester United. In this game, we are going to see a new manager under Nottingham Forest, Sean Dyche, play the informed or the rejuvenated or the resurgent Manchester United under Ruben Amorim, who are on a 3-game winning streak in the Premier League for the first time under Ruben Amorim in 11 months. So what do you think about this feature?
I feel like you think that Manchester United is going to win. That's why you're appearing with the Manchester United jersey. I'm just joking. But no, I think Manchester United actually are very, very lucky because Nottingham Forest are not doing well whatsoever. Changing managers. This is the third manager, Sean Dyche. We know Sean Dyche, like all this like old school kind of football. I'm not a big fan of Sean Dyche school of management, but at the end of the day, if defending will get you the 3 points, this is the most important thing. In this moment for Nottingham Forest, the most important thing is not to lose the game, winning maybe in the upcoming games, but for this game, as you said, Manchester United is in very good form. I'm not 100% convinced yet, but they are in the right direction. Winning 3 consecutive games, this is something very new for Manchester United fans in the recent years, or under Ruben Amorim to be precise. So yeah, they are in a very good form. They are in a very good mentality, attitude. They are very confident, which is very, very important when you key players start to functioning with each other, scoring goal, providing assist defensively, you are, improving. It's definitely going to be very, very important. Ruben Amorim also looks like, 2 years younger than his age these days because he looks fresh. The pressure is away. And as I always say, win games, it brings more wins. This is just the reality of football. I'm looking forward for the game for sure. It's definitely going to be some treat. And for us, definitely, we need to see what Sean Dyche is going to bring to the table, whether Manchester United is going to be winning this game as a lot of people expect it or not. For me, I think they're definitely going to get out with a positive result, which is in this case going to be the 3 points. What do you think? And also, how do you see the attacking situation? Because at the moment, I feel like with Cunha and Buomo, it's just really working good. How do you see it?
Well, it's going to be an exciting match, but not going to be an easy match for Manchester United because they're going to face a side in which the last 5 times they have met have been the better team. As a matter of fact, in the last season, Nottingham Forest won Manchester United home and away. And again, they're going to face a side under a new management. Sean Dyche has taken over Nottingham Forest maybe
Yeah.
under Forest in the last 2 games, and again he has gotten 1 win, especially his first match against Porto in the Europa League, and we saw how they dominated and how they were very, very good in that match. But unfortunately, their last match was against Bournemouth away from home, and Bournemouth is in very good form. It's not a coincidence that they are second currently on the Premier League table. So losing against a side second in the Premier League table when you are 17th, it's not really a bad result, especially coming away. But we know Sonda is traditional as a manager who makes his home a fortress. His Burnley side, Everton side, when you go into their home ground or are playing away from home, it's always a tough place to be. And I think that's what is going to make Nottingham Forest be once again, as we saw against Porto, they were at home and they won 2 goals with clean sheets. So am I expecting that they will give Manchester United troubles? It's up to Manchester United to show that they want it more, just like they showed in their last match against Brighton. Brighton has been a side that's been a thorn in the flesh of Manchester United, always winning them, but we saw them blew them away in their last match and have begun to got that confidence. About your question, Mbeumo, Cunha, and then Sesko, in their last match against Brighton, all of them had either a goal or an assist, with Mbeumo shining for his Manchester United player with the most goal contribution, and he's just settled in nicely. Yes, in the start of the season, it looked like it's not working, but if you really watch those matches, the performances were there. It's just the results in terms of goal and assist contribution that was not there. And again, for Kenya, unfortunately, he just scored his first goal, and what a goal! But again, before that goal, it has been coming. He's just been unlucky. He's hit the woodwork a couple of times. He's been denied a goal from good saves by the goalkeeper, and what he brings is that dropping deep, that threat at the edge of the box, always scoring from to try a shot from the edge of the box, just like Bruno Fernandes does when he was playing in that number 10 position. Kuna in the Premier League since the start of last season has been the player with the most outside 18 goals. And you can see he loves taking shots from outside 18 goals. And you can see that's the reason why when it comes to expected goals, he's outdoing it, because a lot of his goals has come from individual brilliance in terms of quality of shots generated. And for Sesko, slowly by slowly, he's getting used to the Premier League physicality, winning duels, linking up play with his players. Let's not forget these three guys, they are not in Manchester United last season. And this chemistry takes time to develop. All I can just say, Manchester United can only get better. And with their manager coming out those weaknesses they have in the team, playing long, bypassing the midfield, not putting the defenders in a lot of pressure by trying to play out from the back, and then also knowing when to drop the low block and not having a lot of the possession, always trying to make do with what they have when they have the position, the movement, the sharpness, the quickness of their transitions or their passes, how they try to sanction from defense to the final third quickly and then make use of it. Casemiro, a player that's in the Manchester United this season, anytime he has been on the pitch, they have only considered 3 goals. And I love the management of how he's taking care of him. He doesn't want him to get injured because there is no player of the same profile, experience, and ability of Casemiro in that team. So he is using him and using him so well once in a week and doesn't even allow him to play 90 minutes. That's very good from him and very thoughtful of Ruben Amorim. So I'm expecting Manchester United to continue their win, but it's definitely not going to be an easy one. And I might not be surprised if Nottingham Forest comes out with a shocking win against Manchester United. So that's it. At the same time, Arsenal will be playing at Toughmore Stadium against Burnley under Scott Parker, who has won his last 2 Premier League matches. But Arsenal are in a team with a great form. They have played 6 games in the month of October, starting from the 1st of October till now, and they have won all of them, keeping clean sheet in all competition. There is no better feeling and there's no better confidence in the camp of Arsenal. What do you think about this game? Is it going to be a routine win for Arsenal, or is it going to be a game of defense versus attack?
Yeah, I'm going just to say it again, like Arsenal, Arsenal, Arsenal. Yeah, the Gunners are absolute unstoppable. And yeah, defensively, when was the last time we saw a team score against Arsenal? It's kind of nearly impossible for teams to score against Arsenal. The thing that I need to say, like Burnley, they very good at set pieces. So I think could be something that to look out at. But hey, this is Arsenal. There's no way that Arsenal is going to drop point to Burnley, whether it's in Burnley's home, it doesn't matter. Arsenal is also improving attacking wise, which is very, very good. I could tell that, Arsenal very focused, they're sharp, the attitude on the pitch also showed all of this. So for me, I'm sorry, Burnley, but yeah, this is definitely going to be a win for Arsenal. What about you?
Well, I feel like it's going to be a routine win and it's going to be a game of attack versus defense. Yet again for Arsenal, it's not been easy for Arsenal, to be honest, because no team likes to play against a low block side. When you are playing against a team, all of them are just, running back to their defense and not willing to give those spaces. It can be frustrating, and sometimes top managers, world class managers, don't have answers to low block. A well coached side that know how to defend in their defensive third. We've seen the like of Guardiola. We've seen the best of managers, even the ones that play counter-attacking, struggle against this low block team. Even Jose Mourinho has, come out one day to criticize Sam Allardyce for his low blocks. He just goes to show you that sometimes when these teams line up, you don't have any solutions as a manager. All you can just do is depend on the individual brilliance and ability of the players you have in your team to try to create chance and then score a brilliant goal, or maybe you take advantage of your set piece. Yes, Scott Parker is always a manager that is a little pragmatic with his approach, but again, the kind of players or profile of players he has in Burnley are very exciting. I love their midfield trio of Josh Cullen, Leslie Ugochukwu from Chelsea. Josh Cullen is their captain, very good box-to-box midfielder. Ugochukwu as well, and then the guy they signed from Benfica Florentino Luis, very good guy with very much experience, young guy as well. So they are very good. And then if you look at the top goal scorers this season in the league, you see Jadon Anthony, another good guy who plays from the wing, but he's very direct and he's very good. Maybe I don't think he will be at only at the end of the season because he has been one of the best players this season. And they have a good striker who can hold up and bring it more higher up the pitch. And again, in defense, they have little experience with Azambe. Is it Azambe or something? And then they have Kai Walker and Martin Dubravka, the former goalkeeper of Newcastle. So they are a team that can, see a win. But if you look at the 3 wins they have had this season, it's been against a lower side or a relegation side. The last one they had against, the Wolves, the Leeds, and then against Sunderland, who came from promotion, despite the fact they are in the top 10 in the Premier League. But again, it's been against a lower side. Other than that, they have been always thrashed by other serious teams. And I think Arsenal, at the level they're operating and resting almost all of their players apart from Eze against in the midweek, I think they should be good enough to score as much goals as possible, and especially from open play. But it doesn't matter if it's from set piece, and it's going to be another clean sheet for me for Arsenal. So that's just it. Later in that evening, we will be seeing London derby match, Tottenham Hotspur versus Chelsea. These two sides has been in recent times, Chelsea has been dominating this fixture in the same times. As we can see, in terms of their head-to-head in the last 5 meetings, Chelsea has won 4, while Tottenham has won only 1. Chelsea beat them home and away last season under Ange Postecoglou or something. But again, Thomas Frank is a different manager, and Thomas Frank has been promising with Tottenham. To be honest, he has performed so well so far. Yes, he lost or he was knocked out from the Carabao Cup against Newcastle at home, but Newcastle is not a bad side, especially when it comes to EFL. If you look at the number of teams they knocked out last season in that EFL before going on to win it. And again, you might argue that also they lost to Everton in their last match. Sorry, they won against Everton after they draw against Monaco in the Champions League. So in this match, with what Chelsea has been through in their last 5 matches, winning 4 and losing 1, they lost against Sunderland and then coming back again in the Carabao Cup. Do you think they stand a chance to win Tottenham? Because winning Tottenham in this match, we take them higher up the table, we bring them back to the top 4, and then get the same points as Tottenham, who are 17th, but Chelsea are 14th. What do you think about this feature?
I think this feature is just a matter of experience, right? Because if you will, of course, you watch the game, Chelsea in the Carabao Cup, and in the second half, you could tell that the team lacks the experience, right? And if you could, as a Thomas Frank, a very experienced manager, and so his approach also I really like because he's very flexible and very pragmatic at the same time. A manager knows what the team needs and etc. Although also Tottenham did not necessarily play well in the Carabao Cup against Newcastle, I was surprised too. I was completely like, what was that? Especially in the first half. But this is a special features. It's the London Derby. It's an opportunity. If you can, tame Chelsea up until the 60th, 65 minutes, I think you stand the chance to win the game. And he has the tools. He has actually defensively, if you look into the defensive line of Tottenham, apart from the left back, all of them are really, really good, starting from the goalkeeper to the Mickey Van de Ven, Romero, you have, Pedro they are very, very good players. And of course, midfield also, they start to have the synergy of the midfield. I really, really enjoy Bergval. I enjoy the way Simmons, bring the energy, inserting the energy alongside someone like Pape Matar, who's an absolute fire, that guy with, technicality from that wing in Mokodus. And overall, I feel they have the energy, they have like what it takes. But then when you look into their finishing products, you still feel like they still shy away from that because they are still playing this UU thing where one game they will be absolutely outstanding, then the next game you don't think this is the Spurs. And when it comes to Chelsea, I still emphasize that the experience is very much lacked in the team. You can just see it because the team has the energy, they have the technicality, but they cannot really stand the pressure at points, I believe. And also like the pandemic of getting red cards, it has to come to an end. Like Liam Delap, you just came back, like was unnecessary to get a red card. So we have to wait and see. I think the only guarantee is someone from Chelsea is going to get a red card. Who? I don't know.
Well, talking about the red card, this feature is one of the features in the Premier League history that has the most cards given in a match. And again, this feature there are injuries to Chelsea fans might complain about injuries to Levi Colwill being missed in the defense. One of the reasons why their defense has been weak, and then they also miss the brilliance and attacking ability of Cole Palmer. But aside that, the others like Bernard Spadeshia and Esuga wouldn't say that dearly missed. But when it comes to injuries, Tottenham has lots of injury concerns from their defense and captain Kuti Romero who has groin injury, and they have injury to Destiny Udogi, who just came back the other day but has come back again. Ben Davies in the midfield. I can even say they have a midfield trio that has been injured. The Bissouma, the Madison, and Dijan Kulusevski. And even their, striker they bought 70 million last season, Solanke. But despite all these things, Frank has been grinding out results. He's currently third in the Premier League table, no complaints. And yeah, I agree with you in terms of consistency level. They have not been consistent. One match they are perfectly good, and the other they are very, very underwhelming. And for Chelsea side, it's been a roller coaster as well. One match they are good, and then the second one is gone crashing. And again, recently Chelsea's second half has been not so good. Feels like when they score goals, they relax a little and then put the defense under pressure, especially the attack. I need the attack, which is the first line of defense, to do more in terms of pressuring oppositions and then recovering balls. Their midfield, I feel like, is very, very okay. Whether it's Lavia Caicedo, who is getting his due rest now, Enzo Fernandez and so, but their defense and their attack has to really do more and show up more. But with the confidence of Kittens coming back now, scoring a goal and 2 assists and back-to-back man of the match awards from Champions League and then the Carabao Cup, the Estastaval good. It's promising signs, but again, they have to be consistent in order to see out results. And this is a must-win for them if they want to be in the top four. They don't have to create a lot of gaps now. Yes, it's early days, but sometimes you create a lot of these gaps and put yourself under unnecessary pressure late in the season. So that's just it. Again, later that same day, on Saturday, we'll watch Liverpool versus Aston Villa at Anfield. Liverpool, 7 games. Liverpool, 6 games now, lost in the last 7 games. What do you think about this match?
Of course, losing games is very annoying, but to be honest, for instance, like losing in the Carabao Cup, I think it was more like, they don't want to play in the Carabao Cup. It was very evident with these children he brought on a slot. Like the team was literally like school children playing a game, against the Crystal Palace that comes with full force. And it's rightfully so, of course, for them, it's a different type of demands from both teams. So I'm not going to put a lot of emphasis on that Carabao Cup loss for them, but in the league, they have to definitely figure it out. I feel there is a problem in terms of the personal management. Like you have someone like Mo Salah. Mo Salah has to be happy. This is like it's ABC, right? You cannot annoy someone like Mo Salah who actually scores a lot of the goals for Liverpool for the past couple of seasons. So you have to make sure that everyone is happy on that pitch, especially the important players, and also stop like throwing players randomly in different positions. Now I feel Frimpong is once again injured. I mean, he doesn't use Frimpong to the highest level, to be honest. And I said it in the beginning of the season. Frimpong is not like a wow player. He's a very decent player, but you don't expect him to come and be like that, rescue on that right hand side. But in general, I feel in this game, I want to see Robertson starting the game. I think he deserves to start the game. Kakis is a fantastic player. He has a lot of energy, but he's yet to prove it at Liverpool. So yeah, give the chance for Robertson. Let Kakis come in from the game later on in the game. Bradley, if he's available, start Bradley at the right back. It's just like, use the right players on the right positions. And of course, also, and up front, you have players who want to prove themselves. You have players that they want to do something. Maybe in this game, I actually don't see the of playing, what is his name, Cody Gagbo in this game as a starter. I don't know. I feel like maybe you should have play Sobozla as a number 10, then Eketeki, and then let them both kind of crash under the box and do the job of scoring goals. Maybe you can even play Florian Wirtz, but allow him to be more mobile, give him some chance to move, because Florian Wirtz is also yet to score a goal. And this is definitely going to work a lot on the confidence of the player. With all of this, the lack of confidence also on Mamardashvili, I think, is growing. But to be honest, Mamardashvili is a very good goalkeeper. I watch him a lot, playing in La Liga, and he's a
Valencia.
very Yeah, he's very, very decent goalkeeper. So of course, this kind of things comes with the time, and I believe he can do the job. In general, it's not going to be an easy game. Aston Villa, yes, they won Manchester City. I was not that convinced with this win. But yeah, they deserve it. They deserve the 3 points for Manchester City, but this is completely different game. I'd want to see hunger on the players' eyes from Liverpool. On the other hand, this is a good opportunity for someone like Unai Emery to show like what he got, to also try to get the 3 points for his own team to better the position. But for Arne Slot, a lot of issues. But to be with all honesty, I think most of these issues are just mental issues. What do you think about it?
Well, what I think about is what, like you said, Unai Emery will be looking and be happy that they are going to play Liverpool or this Liverpool side this period, because they are a team that in the last 5, 6, or maybe 7 games they have not seen a win against Liverpool. The best they have seen is draw, and Liverpool has always won them, maybe especially when Liverpool are at home. But Liverpool have shown in the last few games, whether they are at home or at away, they have been losing and have looked very, very underwhelming. And it does not help with the injuries, just like you mentioned. Alisson is a big factor and is a big personality in terms of their, since he's gone injured, they have gone crashing. And then you also have their centre backs, Van Dijk and Konate, who has been underperforming this season. Frimpong, who is injured. They have got Gravenberch, who is a key part of the way they play out from the back and in defence last season. He's injured. Curtis Jones, who comes in for him, has gotten injured lately. McAllister is not yet back to form because of poor preseason. And then there's Soboslai, who is balling, but he's not showing. So I expect a midfield pivot of Callister and then Zoboslai. Vets should start in the overtime because there's nobody else to start. And I think that will lead also to Gabo also starting because Isak is injured. So Ekitiki has to start in the number 9. Unless maybe Kiesa will start in the left wing, but I don't see it
Yeah,
happening because
to be honest, Chiesa deserve like better
yeah,
than Gakpo.
Kiesa
I'm
deserves
sorry
to
to
start.
interrupt you, but like why Gakpo should start?
I don't know why he's not entrusting or showing more confidence in Chiesa. I think he has done a lot to show that he's deserved. He has rescued some points a lot of times when they were winning this season. But it is what it is. I don't train with them. He sees them more and should know more than me, who is watching from, you know, the 90 minutes they present to us every weekend. So that's just it for me. But Liverpool should be looking to also bounce back and then close the gap if they want to stand a chance in winning the league. Because if they're there to lose or drop another point, Arsenal is going to even widen the gap more. Currently, they are 7 points behind Arsenal, the leaders. Any drop of points will lead to 9 or 10 points gap, and it might just be over before on over in October before the
Yeah.
competition gets started. So he shouldn't or he wouldn't want to be in that situation. So yeah, the last but not the least is Manchester City versus Bournemouth. What do you think
Wow.
about this fixture?
Well,
Man City versus
I'm looking forward
Bournemouth.
to this game. I'm not gonna lie. This is going to be a good meal. Like it's going to be really, really fun to watch. Bournemouth bringing joy since the beginning of not only the beginning of the season, last season. Andoni Iraola, what a manager! Everyone doubted him beginning of the season. Yes, of course, they're not. I'm not saying that they are expected to win the Premier League, but the joy, the competition they put is absolutely amazing, and you have to, give them their credit for what they're bringing. Players also in a very, very good form. And I'm looking forward for the game because on the other hand, also you have Manchester City, yes, they lost in the Premier League, but they won. They had a very fun game actually against Swansea in the Carabao Cup. In this game, you saw Omar Mamouche, you saw the return of Ryan Ait Nouri, Ryan Sharki. And this is definitely going to bring a lot of difference because then it gives you a lot of versatility on these players. They are different players, very technically very high, very good. And the link up between them and Erling Haaland is also going to be better. So I'm looking forward to the game. I don't know actually. I cannot even predict who's going to win the game. If I'm following my heart, I definitely want one more to at least get 1 point out of this game. What do you think?
It's going to be a very tacky game for Manchester City. It's not a game they would like to play against, especially now that Bournemouth are in a very good form. 7 matches now unbeaten, and then 4 wins accumulated in that process. Sitting second in the table with 2 points ahead of Man City. So also another opportunity for Man City to go second if Manchester United does not win against Nottingham Forest, and depending on other factors. as well as the Chelseas and stuff like that. But they want to win this match to bounce back from the loss against Villa at Villa Park. But again, they are looking confident because they defeated Bournemouth home and away last season, and Bournemouth has been a side that, if you check even the last 5 games, there was a 6-1 there. Bournemouth have only won them once. But again, Bournemouth have shown that they're a very physical side in the Premier League. And then they did not play a midweek game. They are gone from the EFL Cup. So they are well rested. And with the form of the likes of Anthony Semenyo, when you look at the kind of form they are in, they're a team to beat. And they're a stubborn side to play against. We've seen a lot of, despite the fact there were a lot of players departing, especially the defensive side, but they are not looking like a team that is lacking in anything. They are well coached, well disciplined, play as a team, but still yet highlighting or making sure that the individual brilliance in the team have been shown. So it's going to be a very tough game for Man City, and if they're going to win this match, they should be in the game from start of the game till the end. Any type of sloppiness in them, they will pay heavily for it. So that's just it for me. So if you have watched up to this moment with us, please do well to subscribe if you are yet to subscribe, and then turn on your notification for every week match preview from us. And we appreciate your comments and your engagements. Thank you, and thank you very much. Until the next one, peace.
The football team.